Alright, y'all, welcome back to another video. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2026, and I'm back with y'all with another trade recap. Now, I haven't really been active like that because I haven't been taking no trades. Y'all been trading, y'all been seeing that the past couple days, PA's hasn't been that well. So I haven't traded all this week. This is my first trade for today, and yes, as you'll see by the title, it is a W. So we're going to get into this trade. It was very simple. Good confluences, everything was there, right? And yeah, if you haven't, make sure you go follow my TikTok at Tone Trades. I'm gonna try to, like I said, I do want to post more videos on YouTube, but like I said, PA hasn't been the best, so I haven't able to been, post. I do want to get back in psychology videos, but I just been lazy. I ain't gonna lie. So, but I do want to get more active. But I am active on my TikTok at Tone Trades. So if you want to see more of that, make sure I go follow. But with all that being said, let's get into the trade. All right, so today I was low key 50-50, and simply because I'm going to go to the 4 hour for y'all. So the 4 hour, there was this low down here. I don't know why my lows glitched on the 4 hour, but on the daily, the low's all the way down here. You see this wick. But as you'll see, we had SMT at that low. So coming into that, I was a little hesitant for shorts, and plus we had been dumping since yesterday, all night, all during the day yesterday. So I want to see some sort of rebalance, right? Go down to the hourly. We did have this unfit hourly gap up here, right? Unfit hourly gap, and we also had Asia high, but that was protected by this 4 hour gap. And yeah, so from that, let's go to the 15 minute, and let's go ahead and go behind at market open. So let's see. So market open is right here. Okay, so at market open, we weren't really doing much, right? We were kind of just chopping around. We did have SMT at the swing high, right? But I didn't really mind it, right? I was still leaning more towards longs, simply because on the higher time frame, like I said, we had SMT on the daily. So let's go ahead and go. So boom, we actually start dumping right at open, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We could end up going like lower, but I want to be more patient, right? I don't want to take no just regular fair value gap entry, especially on a day like this where it's like 50-50 where you don't know, and plus SMT is stopping us from going lower. So I don't want to take just a random fair value gap entry and get stopped out, right? So as you'll see, this 1 minute got formed, right? So we did tap it a couple times, and we were respecting it. It seemed like at first. So like I could have gotten in right here, but like I said, I didn't want to force. It was barely into market open, and I didn't want to force anything. So I was patient, right? I was like, let me just be patient. Something will show up, right? So let's go and skip. Right now we're just chopping, and then boom, we finally start making the move up, right? So now let's go to the 4 minute because this is actually my entry. So boom, we made this 4 minute gap right here, right? 4 minute gap, and what I want to see is if we inverse this clean, I can get in because, like I said, my overall draw was unfilled hourly. I could just get in at the swing high or get out the swing high, secure my profits for the day, right? So I want to see this 4 minute inverse cleanly, okay? And that's exactly what we do at the end of this next candle. Let me see. Boom. Next candle we inverse it cleanly, right? And I didn't want to get on up here. So I want to see us come down, tap these gaps, and then go up higher, right? So we inverse this up here, right? So boom. I waited. I was still patient. Boom. Once we tapped this gap right here and we had this strong reaction, I got in right here. Boom. My original stop loss was below this 4 minute inverse, okay? And as you'll see from bar replay, we kind of did come down, and I did almost get stopped, right? So once I seen this candle, I was like, damn, I might get stopped. But we never went down lower. We kind of just been chopped around, and then we finally reversed from here. We started making the move higher. I'm like, okay, cool. So after this, I ended up moving my stop to this swing low and let it ride. And my break even spot was after this candle, this next candle. I remember I had it up here, and we closed above. This is my break even spot, especially since we displaced. I want to see one more candle. And once this candle displaced, I went break even, right? We also have a gap protecting us, and boom, from there, it was just chicken. It was easy. Boom, we chopped around a little bit, came down, tapped that gap, and then boom, went straight to TP. Okay. Yeah, very simple trade, very valid trade. I was a little worried in the beginning simply because I was about to get stopped. But after we reversed and went through my breaking spot, displaced through it, I'm like, okay, we're good. So I ended up going break even. And yeah, pretty much the gist of this trade. I'll go ahead and show y'all my P&L right here on the right, 692, just in case y'all don't believe me. And yeah, simple trade. Second winning day on the live fundeds. 3 more days to secure a payout. I'm excited, of course, but I'm looking at the bigger picture, right? I haven't secured this payout yet, so it ain't really nothing to be happy about. The only thing I can control is just keep taking the correct setups. Being patient. Not forcing a trade. And I feel like I've been doing good on that. Like I said, I haven't taken a trade all week. That's why I haven't seen no videos on my YouTube all week. Just this week was FOMC week, and I didn't want to force. I did get on the charts yesterday morning. There was nothing there. Okay, I got on Tuesday, nothing there. And Monday, I just didn't trade because going back to my journal, which y'all should be doing. I noticed that on Mondays, specifically FOMC Mondays, we tend to just chop bad, and that's exactly what happened on Monday. And I'm glad I slept in for that because I already knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, I haven't been taking no trades at all, no trades. But like I said, I do want to start getting more active on this YouTube. I know I always say that, and I probably seem like a liar, but I do want to get active on here. I do want to start posting more. It's just there's not really no content in the trading space. You know, psychology videos are cool, trade recaps are cool, but other than that, what else is there to do? You feel me? I haven't made it to where I can do day in the lives or shit like that, where I'm bringing in consistent money. But we gonna get there eventually. We gonna get there. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. This is the gist of the trade. Pretty simple. You know, quick little banger. Got my profits. Got in. Got out. And that's all I got. Make sure if you have it yet, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I am gonna bring more recaps when I do take a trade. And yeah, make sure you go follow me on TikTok at Tone Trades. And I'll see you on the next one.